after GE2011, I was asked to look after Bishan North. I was sad to leave Payoh East, but I also welcomed the opportunity to serve a different group of residents. As I got to know each and every one of you better, many have become friends. I may be moving to another constituency, but I'll never really be far away. You will always be welcome to reach out to me through email or social media. I will do my best to respond. There is one thing I would like to do before I go, and that is to share with you how I think you can continue to be well served. I want you to continue to be happy living here. I hope to see the community continue to grow. Nothing will make me happier than to see Marymount thrive for many more years. So let me ask you to consider these 3 questions. And the first is, how can Marymount continue to improve and transform? This election, Marymount has become a single-member constituency. The HDB estate here will continue to be looked after by the same town council. That part is taken care of. But beyond the usual estate management, you will benefit from having an MP who can help to further transform the area, make it an even more attractive home for you. When I first came here, many of you told me you would really like to have your own community club. Residents in Bishan Heights wanted a covered linkway so you can choose to walk to Bishan MRT or bus interchange, rain or shine, instead of taking the bus. You also told me it would be nice if that linkway extended the other way to get to the shopping mall. Many blocks in zones 1, 2, 3 and 4 were not eligible for the lift upgrading program. This was a huge concern for the elderly and the wheelchair-bound. Residents in Sin Ming Garden and Fulton Estate hoped to be served by an MRT station and an affordable childcare centre. You were also concerned about air quality and insufficient parking, especially during important occasions like Qingming. Residents in Sin Ming Vale highlighted that 7 years was too long for the repair and redecoration of older blocks. As a result, the whole GRC decided to move to a 5-year R&R cycle. In Thomson Garden, you wanted a covered linkway to Marymount MRT station. Seniors and families with young children alike also wanted back the footpath to connect to Shunfu Road, the market and the hawker centre. At Thompson Park, not only did you hope to get an MRT station, you were concerned about the makeshift footpath connecting Jalan Ikan Merah and Jalan Kelit. At Bright Hill Estate, you wanted an underpass to connect to Thomson Plaza. Everyone knows that Thomson Community Club is an important landmark, but it was getting rather tired looking. Residents, especially those in Shunfu, asked if we could rejuvenate it. None of these requests were easy to fulfill. In fact, it is not an exaggeration to say that some felt like mission impossible at the start. Every single one of them involved months and sometimes years of hard work, discussing with government agencies, solving problems after problems, overcoming many obstacles. Our grassroots leaders know only too well how much effort is involved to bring good ideas and meaningful projects to fruition. But the PAP team here did not give up, and we delivered on all that you had hoped and wished for in the estate. This is therefore the first important consideration before you cast your vote this election. Who can help you to keep improving and transforming your living environment? Who can make sure that Marymount CC isn't going to be just an empty shell, but a thriving hub of activities for all of you? who can make sure that Thomson CC gets rebuilt and give you a new landmark that the community deserves and can be proud of? Who will keep listening to you and act on your behalf to make things happen? Is it Gan Siow Huang of the PAP or Ang Yong Guan of the PSP? The second question: how to build a better future for you and your family? Many of you know that the road ahead for Singapore will not be so easy. You work in industries or companies that face intense international competition. You know that our economy is both strong and vulnerable. Even before COVID-19, you already knew that whatever lead we have built up can easily be eroded. Your jobs are at stake. Your incomes may stagnate. The opposition would like you to believe that all these difficulties are a result of poor policies and an incompetent PAP government. But I think, in your heart, most of you understand our constraints as a little red dot. You know from looking at the situation in many other countries with far more resources that for Singapore to make a good living for ourselves, that is much harder than it appears. You know that any other government will face the same challenges and not necessarily do better. This is not to say that there is no room for improvement. Certainly, our policies need constant adjustment. In fact, the PAP in government will be the first to admit that we can do better, we want to do better, and we have continued to do better. The second important consideration is therefore who can help you build a better future for yourself and your family. When Gan Siow Huang joined me as a volunteer, I asked her to take care of the East Project, which helps the seniors in our HDB flats get subsidized modifications to their bathrooms and equip them with grab bars or non-slip tile treatment. Siow Huang took a hands-on approach, knocking on many doors, personally to persuade the residents to take up the program. I have no doubt she can do much more if you give her the chance. More recently, Siow Huang gave up her established career to join E2I to help more Singaporeans get jobs. This is a huge challenge at this time. Who can help the government make better policies and implement programs that improve your lives? Who will not just talk and talk and talk, but will think and plan and do for you? Is it Gan Siow Huang of the PAP or Ang Yong Guan of the PSP? The third, and perhaps the most important question of all: what is this election about? Let me share with you my concerns as a fellow Singaporean. Last year, during the Singapore Bicentennial, we looked back on the journey that Singapore has taken to get here. About 750,000 people enjoyed the bicentennial experience. It brought to life the bumpy roads, the ups and the downs that Singaporeans have gone through. Throughout these 200 years, 3 values have defined us. The first is our openness and connectedness to the world that has expanded opportunities for everyone. The second is our multicultural roots that holds us together, enables us to live in harmony. The third is our strong spirit of self-determination that seeks to be the master of our own destiny. But these values are under severe threat. With COVID-19, the international environment is likely to become much less friendly. Countries may fight for their citizens to get a vaccine when it is available. With less cooperation, trade and investments may not flow so freely. This will impact jobs. Our society is also becoming more diverse, and as a result, more at risk of polarization. Harmonious living, the sense of give and take, that may become a thing of the past. A weakened Singapore will lose our voice on the international stage. Our red passport will not travel so far. We may be forced to concede our interests. These are the real risks that our families and our unborn children face. This election is not about how many seats the PAP can win, not about whether we can have more opposition for checks and balances. It is not about who can ask better questions in Parliament, but who can organize a better response to all of our challenges. Election is not about the opposition. It is about you, your lives, your jobs, your future. It is about the values that have kept Singapore going and what we do for future generations. Make no mistake, there is nothing that can guarantee our future. There is no one who can guarantee our survival as a nation. The opposition cannot promise you that Singapore will still be here for SG100, much less the tricentennial. Neither can the PAP. We can only be honest with you about our challenges as a nation and our plans. What we can promise you is this: the PAP will always do right by Singaporeans and move Singapore forward as one. The PAP needs your support. Gan Siow Huang needs your support. Please vote for the PAP. Vote for us so that we can continue to work together with you to overcome this crisis of a generation. Thank you.
Next, let's welcome Encik Ibrahim Othman, ex-MP for Bishan-Toa Payoh North from year 1991 to 2001.
Dear residents of
Tuan-tuan dan
Marymount,
puan-puan sekalian,
9 years ago,
salam
after
sejahtera dan
GE2011,
selamat petang.
I was asked
Saya
to
rasa
look after
besar hati dan bertuah dapat bertemu anda dalam wadah elektronik ini. Saya ingin buat kesan kepada anda agar mengundi calon Parti Tindakan Rakyat PAP, iaitu Puan Gan Siow Huang bagi SMC Marymount pada pilihan raya kali ini. Hari mengundi adalah pada hari Jumaat hadapan, iaitu 10 hari bulan Julai 2020. Kawasan undi perwakilan perseorangan SMC Marymount merangkumi estet-estet perumahan HDB di Bishan North, Shun Fu, Sin Min serta estet private Thomson Gardens. Sebelum ini, kawasan-kawasan tersebut adalah di bawah naungan GRC Bishan-Toa Payoh. Tapi kali ini kita menjadi sebuah SMC. Namun demikian, kita akan menjadi sebahagian daripada anggota Majlis Bandaran Bishan-Toa Payoh selepas pilihan raya nanti jika mendapat undian majoriti daripada pengundi-pengundi di kedua-dua kawasan. Calon SMC Marymount kita, Puan Gan Siow Huang, berusia 46 tahun. Beliau merupakan wanita pertama di Singapura memegang pangkat Brigadier General dengan Angkatan Bersenjata Singapura. Selepas bertugas selama lebih daripada 25 tahun di Angkatan Bersenjata Singapura, beliau kini memegang jawatan Timbalan Ketua Eksekutif dengan Institut Pekerjaan dan Daya Kerja atau E2I di NTUC. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian, Puan Gan Siow Huang sudah berumah tangga dan mempunyai 3 orang anak perempuan yang berusia antara 8, 13 dan 17 tahun. Semasa bertugas di Angkatan Bersenjata Singapura, Puan Gan Siow Huang mendapat pengalaman yang luas dalam kemahiran kepimpinan. Beliau terlibat dalam menguruskan rancangan jangka panjang, kerja-kerja dasar dan tenaga kerja. Memang tepat sekali beliau terlibat dalam urusan pekerjaan di NTUC ketika ini. Puan Gan Siow Huang adalah salah seorang daripada 27 orang calon-calon baru yang diketengahkan oleh PAP dalam pilihan raya kali ini. Mereka mempunyai latar belakang yang berbeza dan melalui kehidupan yang penuh cabaran sehingga mencapai kejayaan dalam bidang kerjaya masing-masing. Mereka menjadi contoh kepada masyarakat kita dalam sistem meritokrasi kita. Manifesto PAP kali ini adalah kehidupan kita, pekerjaan kita, masa depan kita. Fokus utama ditumpukan kepada usaha mengatasi krisis segenerasi yang disebabkan oleh pandemik COVID-19. Dengan itu, berilah sokongan sepenuhnya kepada calon-calon PAP agar masa depan Singapura terjamin. Sejak hari penamaan calon, Puan Gan Siow Huang telah turun padang dan mula berkempen dengan menziarahi penduduk-penduduk di flat-flat HDB. Setakat ini telah banyak blok-blok yang telah dilawati dan beliau bercadang jika diizinkan masa untuk bertemu dengan semua pengundi yang tinggal di SMC Marymount. Mudah-mudahan beliau akan dapat habis menziarahi semua rumah-rumah sebelum tamat kempen pilihan raya ini pada hari Rabu hadapan. Beliau juga turut bertemu penduduk-penduduk di kedai-kedai kopi, pusat-pusat kejiranan dan tempat-tempat kemudahan awam. Puan Gan Siow Huang telah melakarkan rancangan peningkatan untuk estet-estet di Marymount. Antaranya adalah pembaikan dan pengubahsuaian blok-blok HDB, program pembaharuan lift-lift, laluan berbumbung, sudut-sudut untuk penduduk, laluan jalan kaki dan laluan berbasikal. Setelah Kelab Masyarakat Marymount mula beroperasi, ada juga rancangan untuk meningkatkan Kelab Masyarakat Thomson. Puan Gan Siow Huang ingin memberi perhatian kepada warga tua dan penjaga mereka dengan menganjurkan kegiatan-kegiatan untuk mereka. Tapi yang penting bagi saya adalah beliau ingin membantu pekerja-pekerja yang terjejas dengan kemajuan teknologi serta penularan COVID-19. Penduduk Marymount akan dapat manfaat dengan semua program yang telah dirancangkan. Mudah-mudahan hidup di sini, di SMC Marymount, menjadi lebih selesa lagi. SMC Marymount yang telah saya nyatakan tadi mempunyai dua kelab masyarakat, iaitu Kelab Masyarakat Thomson dan Kelab Masyarakat Marymount yang baru. Di kedua-dua kelab masyarakat itu terdapat MAEC ataupun Jawatan Kuasa Eksekutif Kegiatan-Kegiatan Melayu. Kepimpinan MAEC sangat aktif dalam menganjurkan kegiatan-kegiatan bagi masyarakat Melayu untuk melibatkan diri dalam kegiatan-kegiatan kemasyarakatan. Saya amat tertarik dengan pelbagai kegiatan yang dianjurkan selama 4 tahun yang lalu. Antara kegiatan yang terselah adalah pembentukan MAEC CARES ataupun MAEC Prihatin pada 2018 yang melibatkan MAEC di Bishan North, Thomson, Bishan Timur, Toa Payoh Central, Toa Payoh South dan Toa Payoh West. Ia bertujuan mendekatkan diri dengan masyarakat Melayu serta membantu masyarakat yang memerlukan bantuan di Bishan, Toa Payoh dan Marymount. Mereka telah menganjurkan banyak majlis buka puasa pada bulan Ramadan. Pada Ramadan tahun 2019, mereka telah mengundang lebih daripada 2,000 orang tetamu dari berbilang kaum dan juga dari pelbagai pertubuhan akar umbi. Mereka juga berpeluang memberi habuan dan makanan pada keluarga-keluarga yang kurang kemampuan pada bulan Ramadan dengan kerjasama M3, iaitu yang melibatkan MUIS, Mendaki dan Mesra. Syabas pada pengerusi serta anggota jawatankuasa MAEC di SMC Marymount. Menurut Puan Gan Siow Huang, beliau mempunyai peribadi yang amanah, bertanggungjawab dan belas ihsan. Beliau merayu agar diberi peluang untuk berkhidmat kepada masyarakat. Dengan itu, saya ingin sekali lagi membuat gesaan pada anda semua, berilah sokongan anda kepada calon PAP kita, Puan Gan Siow Huang. Undilah PAP, undilah Puan Gan Siow Huang. Terima kasih.
Finally, our warmest welcome to Ms. Gan Siow Huang, PAP candidate for Marymount SMC for GE2020.
Good evening, residents of Marymount SMC. I'm Gan Siow Huang, candidate for Marymount SMC. Thank you for watching this rally. It means a lot to me and my team. I've been doing several house visits since the campaign started. The residents have been very warm and welcoming. I'm grateful for that. And actually, over the last few days, I've received quite a number of questions. And I thought maybe tonight I would try to answer the top 3 questions that I've been getting. The first question is why Mrs. Josephine Teo has to go. And to me, the residents love her so much. And my reply actually has been that I love Mrs. Josephine Teo as well. She's like a mentor to me. Since last year, I've been walking the ground with Mrs. Josephine Teo. And through her lens, I've learned several things. One of which is perseverance and true care for our residents. I'll give you an example. Thomson Garden. Several years ago, Thomson Garden had this walkway that allowed the residents to walk from Thomson Garden to Shun Fu Mart. But there was a period of time when the walkway had to be closed because of some land development issues. At first, the residents were very upset, and Mrs. Josephine Teo had a hard time trying to explain to the residents what had happened. The issue was beyond her control. It had something to do with some land use changes. And there was also a period of time when it appeared that there was no easy solution to it. But she didn't give up. She believed strongly that the walkway would help the residents, especially the elderly and the young parents, with children on strollers. They would find the walkway very helpful. So she did not give up. She knocked on several doors, and eventually, through working with private developers, URA, and in consultation with residents, she managed to get the walkway reopened. And not just reopening of the old walkway, but an improved one. I hope you have a chance one day to go and take a look at this walkway. To me, it looks like a simple walkway, but there's a lot of story behind it. And the residents today are very grateful for what Mrs. Josephine has done for them. Now, this story actually, to me, reminds me how the work of an MP is not easy. Having your ears on the ground, listening to the feedback and the concerns of the residents, and fighting, for the residents' interests. This is something that I hope to be able to do for the Marymount SMC residents. The second most frequent question that I've been getting is, Ms. Gan, since you're new, how can you be a good MP? I think that's a great question. Well, I would say I was in the SAF for more than 20 years, and along the way, I picked up several skills. For example, in leading teams, solving problems, and I have had experience in operations, maintenance, long-term planning, policy making, and working with people generally. I believe that the skills as well as the values that I have picked up along the way, especially in taking care of people and leading people, will enable me to serve the residents of Marymount well. It's also very clear to me that I'm not working alone. In fact, do you know that in Marymount we have a very strong team of grassroots and supporters who have been serving the residents, some for more than 20, 30 years. And I'm very humbled that the team continues to be strong and continues to serve the residents. Now, I will be working with this team, and I'm quite sure that we will be able to serve the residents well. Now, some people also ask me, so what's the difference between supporting PSP, Dr. Ang, and supporting PAP, Gan Siow Huang? And I would say, the candidate comparison aside, you should also look who's behind us. And I would say from PAP, you can have the assurance that we have a big team with a lot of experience, people with good heart, and who have been very connected to the ground and very willing to continue to serve the residents of Marymount. The third question that I get most often is, Ms. Gan, if you were elected, what would you do for us? And to that, I would have to ask you to take a look at the manifesto. This copy here, I hope that you have received it in your household. And I'll just cite a few examples. Actually, there are many, many things that we want to do. For those in Bishan North, we want to have a cycling track between Bishan Road as well as Marymount Road, actually along Street 22. We hope that having a long cycling track will encourage more residents to cycle. It's a healthy sport, and also to cut down on the carbon footprint in our neighborhood. We are also looking at having a covered walkway all the way from Bishan MRT to Bishan North Shopping Mall. Imagine that, once that is built, you can literally walk from the MRT to the shopping mall without having to worry about rain or shine. For those who are staying in Shun Fu, well, you know that the Thomson CC is being renovated. We are all very excited to wait for its completion. We hope that by next year, the new facilities, the brand new looking Thomson CC will be ready for your use. Of course, we are also looking at the possibility of building a covered walkway between the Thomson CC to Shun Fu Mat. This will allow more residents to access both places and to bring more convenience to you. If you want more details, do take a look at this manifesto and give me suggestions if you have any on what else you think will be useful to the residents in Marymount. Well, those are the things that we want to do in the future years. In the more immediate term, as we know that there will be recession this year, we want to make sure that we can protect the livelihoods of our residents. For those who are retrenched or have difficulty finding jobs, I want to help them to find jobs or training places. As you know, I work in E2I, I'm the Deputy CEO. It's part of NTUC, and we get a lot of support from other employers as well as the government to help Singaporeans find jobs and training places. I think it's absolutely important that Singaporeans stay either employed or employable during this period, so that when the economy picks up again, our people are able to bounce back and to get into jobs that will help sustain them for a longer term. And for those during this period who are suffering hardship and require financial assistance, we will step up the support from ComCare and our welfare programs to help their families. In summary, what I want to do, if elected, is to follow through on the good programs and initiatives that Mrs. Josephine Teo has started during her time. We have a strong team to continue to support the residents, and we have a good track record to do so. And of course, we have plans both for the longer term and the immediate term to help our residents. Together, we can make Marymount the best home for all. I thank you for your support. Thank you.
With these amazing speeches by our three distinguished speakers, we conclude the General Election 2020 e-rally for Marymount SMC. Thank you and good night.